Hi guys, this is Mark Shawson, the Pattern Trader, and today I want to just chat a little bit about some strategies I use to make some monster gains in the market. Before I proceed to take a closer look at the stock of Procter & Gamble and how it's behaving today, I just wanted to share with you the execution of the call options. So a lot of people make claims in this business. I assure you that everything I say I do in my own account. Here's a view of my Merrill Lynch trading account, and here are the Procter & Gamble 74 calls that expire at the end of this week. And you can see that I have an overall cost basis of about 31,000. They're trading at a profit of about 32,000. The overall value of these options are about 52,000. And I bought them around the 30, 40, 50 cent price, and now they're trading about 76 cents in the market. I'm up about 70% on the value of my accumulated options just from Friday to the middle of today, which is the middle of the trading day on Monday. So less than a 24-hour turnaround in terms of trading time. And you can see that I started buying at 53 cents. That's probably the highest price. I started buying all the way down these Procter & Gamble calls at about 38 cents. You can see some at 36 cents, 37 cents. And these are the 74 call options. The market's trading at about 74.35 right now. So again, bought it for an average unit price of around 45 cents and trading 75 cents in the market right now. Now this could turn, these things could all become worthless very, very quickly. So I don't want you to just go out and emulate everything I do, because these things, again, are ticking time bombs, and timing is very important. But I'm going to talk to you a little bit again why I thought the timing was so much in my favor when I was looking at Procter & Gamble on Friday. As I've always contended, you can use all of my price action, price pattern trading analysis on any trading market. So no matter whether you're trading the stock market, the commodity futures markets, or the spot FX markets, you can use the tools and strategies that I use. So I'm going to point out a couple things that I did in the stock of Procter & Gamble. Ticker symbol is PG. This is the chart that you see in front of us here. And you'll notice that Procter & Gamble has been in a long-term downtrend. This has become one of America's most unloved stocks, trading all the way from a high of 94 a couple of years ago to a recent low of 71. So it's been in a prolific downtrend. But I've always heard that you can't pick tops and bottoms of the market, and frankly, I don't know if I'm arrogant or whatnot, but I've always believed that there's always a chart pattern that precedes a turn in the market. So all the way back in this time frame, I was looking at this double bottom right here at about the 71 area. You can see that it made an all-time new low, bounced off this low, and then retested the low. And then basically when we cracked above here, the neckline, that to me confirmed that we had in fact a reversal pattern that was going to turn this monster downtrend around. Now, I also know from experience that when a market goes straight down, it doesn't just double bottom and then go straight up. There's always a gestation period. There's always a period where it consolidates. But again, for me, this double bottom alerted me to the fact that we had put in a low. So I was just biding my time until there was an opportunity where the market came off and I could then get positioned on the long side. And you can see last Thursday, the market came back. So I always refer this to as an elastic band. So, I never want to buy when the market's just going straight up, straight up, straight up, and there's no energy. I always want to buy when there's a bit of a pullback, like an elastic band, you store energy and then you go back up again. And I kind of had the feeling that this was this elastic band coil where we pulled back, and then you can see on Friday we put on this little inside bar. So you can see the range of Friday, the high and low was within the range of the preceding day. So I call this an inside day bar, a narrow range day bar, And then I did something a little bit unique. I started buying the call options. So a call option gives you the right to buy the stock at a certain price. I don't want to kind of get into the weeds of options and how they work, but I was buying the 74 strike price for about 32 cents on Friday. Now, these options expired 1 week from Friday. So actually this Friday, just four days from now. So they have a lit fuse. If it doesn't go above 74 or above what I paid for, it all expires worthless. But you can see now the stock is trading at 74.35. So these call options actually have an intrinsic value of about 35 cents, a little bit north of what I paid for them, but they're trading in the market right now at about 68 cents. So I basically doubled my money in one day on this call in Procter & Gamble. So I'm going to take a kind of a closer look at the stock right now. So in this chart, it's a little bit more of a microcosm of the chart I just showed you, where in the previous chart we showed the crash from 94 all the way to the 71 price thing. So you can see this is a chart of Procter & Gamble, PG, and again, in more recent times, I was focused on this double bottom. You can see that we made 2 attempts at an all-time low. We cracked above the neckline, and then I just bided my time as this thing kind of built away, kind of created some separation from this downtrend so that it could eventually turn higher. So, but again, this double bottom pattern alerted me to this turnaround. To me, it was not a question of if, but when. And then, to my mind, the big opportunity came on last Thursday, where prices collapsed. It looked like the sky was falling, but again, this was my guiding pattern, and to me, I was licking my chops. To me, this represented an opportunity, and then I waited for the following day to see what the price action was, and you can see now this inside bar on Friday, and right before the close, I started accumulating, as you saw, a 74 call options at around price of 38 cents. And then into Monday, as price action has confirmed what I was looking at, I've kept on accumulating bigger and bigger positions in the call options in Procter & Gamble. Now looking at today's action, you can see right from the opening that Procter & Gamble opened a little higher after Friday's close and is rocketing higher while I've actually even been doing this presentation. Prices have continued to rocket higher. And now those call options that I was paying 38 cents for are valued in the market at 80 cents. So I've made 100% on the value of those call options in less than 1 day of trading. So this is how I use certain tools and strategies to really amp my returns in the market. Now, obviously, a word of caution again, options can and do expire worthless if your timing is not correct. Again, I was taking a chance of buying some very close to expiration call options because my view was that the timing was right now, again, bolstered by the fact that we had this double bottom, we had this inside bar, and I thought if we started cracking above this little coil bar that we would then get an explosion, and this is exactly what we've seen. So now these call options are what's called in the money. Since my strike price was at 74, we're now 43% in the money, so that every cent or dollar that this goes, these options will increase in value very, very quickly. But again, 1 day, 1 hour sideways trading, and they lose value. So again, I caution you if you're going to do this. And you could very easily just buy the stock to lower your risk and lower your leverage. So if you spot these turnaround opportunities, I would recommend trading in the stock, trading in lower leverage, getting a feel for these strategies. But again, I just wanted to give you an example how I use all of the tools and strategies that I speak to you every day, every week about in all kinds of markets, all kinds of instruments, and there's opportunities everywhere. So with that said, I wish you a great trading day, and I'll speak to you next time.